even in the offseason, right after the season just ended. His team hasn't even made it to the playoffs, and Shedeur Sanders is still making headlines because he has that it factor, you know? He has that it factor. He's a star regardless of his situation, you know? And that's a good thing. Some people may look at it bad, and obviously, people always are going to have something to say negatively, right? When you're of a certain status.
Mm-hmm.
But this Kevin Stefanski guy, man, Kevin Stefanski, he's blowing my mind, man. And like, hey, when things aren't going so good, you know, you lose your job and things, you know, you have a different mindset of how you express your feelings and things like that. So Kevin Stefanski, all of a sudden, is expressing his love for Shedeur Sanders. Can you believe this?
The love.
His love for Shedeur Sanders.
Man.
How much he enjoyed or loved coaching Shedeur Sanders. After putting Shedeur through a horrible experience his rookie season, and basically telling Shedeur Dillon Gabriel was a better quarterback than him, he's telling the world how much he loves Shedeur Sanders. How much
I cannot believe it.
Coaching Shedeur Sanders.
I cannot believe it. The guy, he barely said his name. What you mean?
He would barely say his name when it was time to say his name. He would just say the quarterback.
The rookie quarterback.
It took him to the end of the season to finally confidently say Shedeur Sanders. It took him really like week 13, 12 to 13 to start really saying the man's name. Honestly, man. But I don't see Kevin Stefanski as a person that has dislike for people, right? He's not a person that goes around. I don't see him as a person that goes around just having ill will towards people. I don't like this person or that person. I don't see Kevin Stefanski as that person, you know? But he seems like the type of guy that gets along with everyone. But his love for Dillon Gabriel, it overrided everything. It even overrided him having the number one objective for the Cleveland Browns, and that was to win games. His love for Dillon Gabriel overrided everything that was supposed to transpire. He wasn't worried about winning games when it came to Dillon Gabriel. And like I said, his love for Dillon Gabriel, it was just basically too much for the Shedeur Sanders to have a fair and unbiased competition. Y'all see that title? Kevin Stefanski reveals true feeling on Shedeur Sanders at the Browns firing. Why does it take so long? Why, after you got fired by the Cleveland Browns, now you have to reveal your true feeling? Kevin Stefanski, I love Shedeur, Stefanski said. I love coaching him. Seriously. He got the right makeup for this game. He was wired the right way. I wish that we won more, obviously, but if you saw how he played down the stretch, I mean, he's a young player that's getting better. Sanders took over for fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel, summing up the oddity of the task Stefanski had. The Browns drafted Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd round, then Sanders in the 5th. They also began the season with veterans Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. And also, the Browns have 2 first-round picks, an early second-round pick, the 39th pick. With the 24th pick, they have, or the 39th one, they could definitely go for Ty Simpson, a 1-year college starter. The Alabama prospect has expressed his interest of joining the team, which brought in head coach Todd Monken this offseason. Simpson says Monken is a family friend, increasing the likelihood that they'll work together in Cleveland. I don't know how much more there is to say that the chances and the likelihood that the Cleveland Browns select Ty Simpson is very high, you know? It's
They
very
love
high.
they love quarterbacks, man. I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
and it's like I don't, like I said, man. The only thing I, I don't see anything coming out of drafting Ty Simpson. It only going to make the quarterback situation in Cleveland much worse.
Who would have thought that'd be possible to make that worse? Make that
Much
situation
worse.
worse.
But yeah, I mean, what is Ty Simpson? How much can he contribute in one season? He's been a 1 year starter, only been Alabama for 4 seasons, started one season, and you expect him to come in the NFL and do what? You what if you sit him out of season? You want to sit him out of season and let him learn and grow and become a quarterback by sitting out and that's just going to be his path to the NFL. If they draft him and decide to sit him out for a season, guess what happens? If Shedeur and Deshaun Watson don't win or have a winning season, and the Cleveland Browns end up with a top 5, top 10 pick, the Cleveland Browns are going to draft Arch Manning. There is no doubt about it. Jim Havson already gave the indications that they are going to draft Arch Manning if the opportunity presents itself. You know, so it makes no sense to me to see the Cleveland Browns draft Ty Simpson. And like I said, I don't know if you heard me, Dries, unless you're going to draft a for sure guaranteed franchise quarterback that they're going to stick right, they're going to throw him right in the starting role from and day one and keep him there for at least 3 seasons. It doesn't make any sense to draft a quarterback or bring another quarterback into this equation.
Man, you got
best bet is deal with the quarterback in this quarterback situation that they have on hand now. Get the best out of it and see if one of those quarterbacks can maintain the starting role. And if they don't, then you have the confidence heading into the next draft as we need a quarterback and we need to make a move. That's how I see it.
For real, man. This the first time in history where all starting offensive linemen is free agents. You got 3 picks in the top 40. You gotta make you can make some moves with that. Either you can trade one of those picks and get a good sturdy lineman, or you can draft some young studs. Man, you better use it correctly and don't waste it on no more quarterbacks.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I always told y'all, man, and then you see the media and the mainstream media starting to pick it up and, have the same tune and say what needs to be said. And you have to build that team from the inside out. All those athletic and sexy players at those at the athletic positions at wide receiver, running back, quarterback, cornerback, free safety, and all those things. Yes, you need those players, but you need the role players. You need those players in the trenches where if things aren't going right, we know we can be physical and outman you. So that's what's going to happen in this draft because the lack of talent is terrible out there. It's not good at all. But if you didn't hear me as well, before you got off the live and you had some technical difficulties, right? Deshaun McCoy Shady said it would only bring out the best in Shedeur if they drafted Ty Simpson. And he was saying basically that don't worry about them drafting Ty Simpson because that's going to make you better, meaning Shedeur. And I was like, I completely disagree with that because that's only going to make the situation worse, more confusion. And there's only so much time that you have in NFL practice to be able to evaluate quarterbacks and players. And you have another situation where you have 3 quarterbacks you're trying to evaluate in one time. It's only going to make things more confusing and discombobulated.
And you wasting the opportunity where you could fill a space that you need. So that's where I disagree at, man. Is a chance where you could really fill that spot where something you actually need instead of like a quarterback, which you already have quarterbacks available that is already in a competition for the starting job. So fill some other needs and get your team overall better. Because they definitely need to be protected. Whatever quarterback is going to be playing, they need to be protected. That should be first.
Yeah. It's possible that 2 quarterbacks be taken in the first round, but it's real tough, man. It's real tough. But Jeremiah Love, man, I like Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame, man. He's looking like he's looking like the best talent coming out of the draft. And I don't know how interested these teams are taking a running back that early in the draft. But man, you got to go with the best player available in a situation like this, man. Unless it's a quarterback and you have established quarterback already. But yeah, man, Jeremiah Love, man, he's going to be a great pick for somebody, man. He's going to make a difference for sure.